These are descriptive analytics and tendency report. For dataset overview, we stimulate BSIT and BSCS student records. It consists of 100,000 plus rows with some issues, and we use data cleaning and central tendency for analysis. For the summary and initial assessment for raw student dataset, so the source is raw student dataset. We converted into CSV. So its fields consists of student ID, name, age, gender, course, year level, email, GAW, enrolled course, and one. The size is 100,000 plus records of students. So the missing values are the year level, email, age, gender, GAW, enrolled, and the course. And so for gender entries, it's inconsistent, and also for year level, it's inconsistent, and also in the enrolled, if it is yes or no, it consists of Y and like that. And some of the GWA values are outliers. Its example is 5.1. So our preliminary observation, age range is mostly 18 to 23 years, and mostly of the courses are BSCS and BSIT. The GWAs include both high achievers and at-risk students, and some year level ranges from freshman to fourth year, and some are missing.
And we will start our student data cleaning. First of all is the duplicate of our data, and we found out that there's a lot of duplicate data, and here's how we're gonna clean it. Next is filling a null values. We see there's a lot of blank, so we put a unknown for them. After that, we clean the GWA of the students. And next is standardizing gender data. Like there's an male and female. There we found out there's an letter F, so we make it into female, and male to M to male, and we capitalize them. And standardizing year level values, and we found out there's a fourth. Instead of fourth, we change it into fourth, like here. It's the next is the standardizing course names. As we found out, there's an uncapitalized letters. Examples, there's a BSCS and BSIT. We capitalize them. And validating GWA values, we only conclude the 1.0 or 5 to 5.0. And after that is the GWA of enrolled BSIT student. Here is we filter course BSIT and enrolled yes, and we clean the GWA to 1.0 to 5.0, and we remove malformed entries, like we found there's some 5.1. After that, we clean the GWA of the student to 1.0 to 5.0 to remove malformed entries, and the purpose of that is to identify academic performance trends in BSIT student, and to spot potential at-risk student if GWA is consistently high or low, support scholarship qualification and retention policies, and to inform curriculum improvements or study support programs. And here's our GWA of enrolled BSIT student, and we got here's the mean GWA is 3, and median GWA of the student is 2.99. Next is the most common year level. Here's the standardized year level here column, and the purpose of, and we compute the mode to find the most frequent year level, and the purpose of that is to understand where the largest group of students are academically. Help faculty and advisors tailor research to the domain year level, useful for programming, planning, and targeting communication, and to support onboarding or retention strategies for that level. And we found out, and we got the most common year level is the 4th year. And next is the average age of enrolled students. We filtered yes if the student is valid in age range of the school. We got is the 15 to 40, and we remove the non-numeric and unknown age values. And the purpose of that is to understand the typical age of active students, spot age-based trends for planning academic support, detect and exclude outliers that might distort an analysis, and useful for profiling and demographic reporting. And the average age of enrolled students is for mean age of currently enrolled student is 20.99, and the median age of currently enrolled students is 21. And most common email domain, first we clean and standardize emails entries. After that, we extract domain portion and we compute the domain of email domains. And the purpose of that is to understand student preference for personal versus institutional email, and to identify the potential communication barriers with unofficial addresses, and to confirm policies for requiring school emails in student records, useful for IT students, digital resources access, and email audits. And we found out the most common email domain is gmail.com. And next is GWA comparison by gender. The first we do is to filter data set to include only male and female, and we remove invalid GWA entries outside the 1.0 to 5.0, and we calculate the mean and median GWA per gender. And the purpose of that is to observe the academic performance pattern across genders and detect if one group has consistently higher or lower GWA, and to support gender-based academic intervention or recognition, validate fairness in evaluating and grading trends. And we get the GWA comparison by gender is the first is the female. In female, we get the mean for 3.02 and the median for that is 3.03, and the male is 2.98 mean and median is 2.97. And for our summary and implication, we clean data leads to a meaningful insight, and we descriptive analytics is to understand the students, improve academic planning, support intervention, and to predict analytic deeper, like mentioned. Like here, we central tendency help profile to students and spot trends, mean versus median comparison, reveal skewness and outliers, mode show concentration in year level and email behavior.